My child, listen closely. Heaven is not distant tonight. The air around you is trembling with what has been set in motion. You may not see it with your eyes, but the unseen is already moving toward your home, not to harm you, but to awaken you. Archangel Michael stands at your doorway in spirit, his sword drawn in light, his voice echoing through the winds of your thoughts. He is pleading not from fear, but from urgency, because time, as heaven measures it, is running thin. There is a stirring of energies around you, shadows of doubt, heaviness of fear, the residue of words once spoken in anger or pain. These unseen forces feed on neglect, on despair, on silence. And tonight, they are being confronted. You are not alone in this hour. I, the Eternal One, am watching. The angels are stationed in every corner of your dwelling, waiting for your command, not through words of panic, but through faith. Speak now from your heart, God, cleanse my home. Let every unseen thing that is not of your light depart. Do not be afraid of what you sense. The flicker in the air, the chill on your skin, the pull in your spirit, these are signs of shifting. Light and darkness cannot dwell together. When light expands, the unseen must reveal itself or flee. Michael says, take a breath and do not run from this presence. Stand firm in your authority. The unseen fears your awakening. You were meant to read this at this precise moment. Not by accident, but by divine arrangement. Tonight is the hour of separation. What is false will be cast out, what is pure will be established. Close your eyes now and imagine light descending from heaven, flowing into your home like golden fire. See it entering through your windows, resting upon your bed, covering your walls, surrounding your name. Speak softly, only the presence of God may dwell here. Do this before you sleep. And when you rise, you will feel it, the stillness after a storm, the peace after battle. Michael whispers now, you are protected. The unseen will pass. The light within you will not be overcome. My beloved, the night has opened its gate. Every sound you hear, every whisper of wind, is part of the unseen movement that has begun. The veil between worlds grows thin, not to frighten you, but to let my light pass through. Archangel Michael kneels before me, his armor shining like liquid fire. He says, Father, the one you have chosen is restless. The weight of confusion surrounds them. May I go? And I answer, Go, for their home must be filled with remembrance. So he goes, swift as a thought, bright as a star, and stands beside you. You may not see him, but his wings brush against your breath. When the light trembles in the corner of your eye, that is him bending close, guarding you from what cannot survive the truth. The unseen that approaches is not a monster of flesh, it is the echo of every forgotten prayer, the residue of sorrow that tried to settle in your walls. For too long, pieces of you have carried pain you never spoke aloud. Those fragments call out, and heaven answers tonight. Do not fear what rises, for whatever surfaces in this hour must do so to be released. Tears, memories, sudden heaviness, these are the shadows leaving. When you feel them, do not run. Simply say, I see you, and I choose light. Then breathe. Each breath becomes a command that parts darkness. Michael lifts his sword, and light ripples through the unseen realm. It does not cut as metal cuts, it reveals. Under its glow, every hidden thing must declare what it truly is. The whispers of doubt lose their disguise. The heaviness that said, "You are alone," begins to dissolve. I, your Creator, speak softly now. Nothing that enters your dwelling by deceit will remain. You are not a prisoner of circumstance. You are the keeper of flame. Every room in your home remembers joy waiting to return. The unseen is not stronger than your yes to me. If you feel the air shift, open your window and let the wind move. It is the breath of renewal. Speak blessing into the air, only love may dwell here. Those words carry authority because they echo mine. Michael says, stand in the center of your home and place your hand over your heart. Feel the rhythm. That is the drumbeat of heaven within you. As you listen, I pour peace into that rhythm until it expands beyond your body, filling the space around you. Light begins to pour through unseen cracks. Corners of your room that once felt heavy begin to shimmer. Silence thickens, not the silence of absence, but the silence that comes when angels wait. And then I speak again, child, you have feared what you could not name. But tonight, you will see that the unseen that enters is my presence taking shape. For every shadow that leaves, a ray of truth enters. For every memory that aches, healing breath follows. You will not be left empty. Michael kneels once more, his wings spread wide. He says, the unseen will come as revelation, not destruction. You will dream differently after this night. What you see may astonish you, but it will not harm you. Now listen closely, beloved one. The unseen presence that moves within your home is not random. It comes because heaven remembers every promise ever spoken over your life. The world has tried to bury those promises under distraction, fear, and noise, but promises made by God do not die, they wait. Tonight, they awaken. Archangel Michael stands beside your doorway, his armor glowing with the color of dawn before it breaks. He whispers, the veil thins not for terror, but for transformation. The unseen you sense is the current of that transformation, heaven stepping into your ordinary space to rearrange what has been broken. You may feel restlessness in the air. You might notice that time seems slower, as if the room itself holds its breath. That is how creation responds when divine alignment begins. Every cell in the atmosphere bends toward the light that is returning. Michael raises his hand, and what once felt like confusion becomes clarity. You begin to sense the pattern beneath the chaos, how every delay, every heartbreak, every unanswered question was not punishment but positioning. Hear me now, for I do not speak in riddles. The unseen entering your home tonight is restoration. It wears no face and speaks no language, yet it carries the fragrance of everything you have prayed for in silence. I am not sending darkness to test you, I am sending light so bright that anything untrue will crumble. When it arrives, memories may surface. You might see a flash of old pain, or feel emotions you thought forgotten. Do not call them curses. They are simply the shadows leaving by name. Michael says, do not resist release. For when you hold on to what hurt you, the unseen cannot deliver what heals you. So, sit quietly now. If tears rise, let them fall, they are not weakness but cleansing. When you exhale, imagine it as a command that sends every remnant of sorrow away. The unseen obeys truth spoken with faith. All around, angels take their posts. They move like waves of light, no sound, only stillness that hums with power. Your walls, your floor, your ceiling, even the air itself begin to remember holiness. Every place that once carried anxiety begins to shimmer with calm. I speak again, child, do not be afraid when you feel me draw near. The unseen is not an enemy at your door, it is the evidence that I have heard you. For years you have cried in silence, thinking no one saw. But every sigh was a signal in heaven. Every moment you thought was wasted became a seed buried in time, and tonight those seeds burst open. The unseen comes to water them. You will soon notice that what once drained your energy no longer does. Conversations that used to stir worry will fall silent. People or memories that clung to you will simply drift away, not by force, but because they cannot breathe in this new air of grace. Michael leans close to you and says, "Look up." If you close your eyes, you might see a faint shimmer, as if light dances behind your eyelids. That is how heaven introduces itself, softly, without thunder, yet undeniable. Heaven never enters to destroy, it enters to establish. The unseen that walks through your home tonight is an army of peace. Its weapons are mercy and truth, its song is the renewal of all things. Beloved, listen as the rhythm of heaven unfolds. The next 3 days will not pass as ordinary days. Each moment carries a weight of revelation. What you have carried unseen, what has lingered in corners of your heart and home, will rise to meet the light. Archangel Michael moves silently, his presence like a shield that cannot be pierced. He whispers, "The unseen will teach, not terrify." What approaches is both messenger and healer. You may feel subtle movements in your home, doors shifting, shadows bending, sounds that have no source. This is not chaos. It is the signal of transformation. Tonight, you are invited to witness the unseen, not with fear but with awareness. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. As you inhale, draw in the golden light of heaven. As you exhale, release everything that weighs your spirit down. Old grudges, old fears, the remnants of doubt, all of it must depart. I speak now, child, nothing that is not of my love will remain in this space. You are my chosen, and your home is sanctified by my presence. Michael's sword glows brighter, illuminating corners where darkness lingered unnoticed. Do not move too quickly, he says. Patience allows the unseen to be fully revealed. Some things must leave slowly so that your heart can release them fully. Do not fear the memories that arise. Some may bring sorrow, others may awaken joy long forgotten. Both are necessary. Pain carries truth, and joy carries remembrance of my promises. Let them move through you like rivers. The unseen responds to your acknowledgement, it bows to recognition. You may hear whispers, soft, almost like wind through trees. These are messages from the divine realm. Listen carefully. Each word is tailored for you, carrying guidance and reassurance. Michael says, what you hear is the echo of heaven's plan. Do not mistake it for the world's voice. Tonight, the unseen that enters your home is not random. It is precise. Every movement, every vibration, every faint glow is designed to restore what was lost. The angels align with your energy, amplifying your prayers, your intentions, and your heart's desires. I speak again, child, see that you are surrounded. Fear not what cannot harm you. The unseen comes to serve, not to frighten. Trust in this presence. For the next 3 nights, you will notice subtle signs, lights flickering with no cause, sudden warmth in cold corners, the softest sense of being watched over. These are confirmations that heaven walks with you, that the unseen is guided by love, and that every shadow flees in the presence of light. Michael bends close and says, when you sleep tonight, sleep with awareness. Let dreams carry you to places of healing. Do not push them away. What comes in dreams may be unseen by waking eyes, but it is part of the restoration that must occur. You may feel your home breathing. That is not imagination. Every space that has felt heavy is now being filled with a divine pulse. Your walls, your furniture, even the floors themselves begin to vibrate with energy that clears what is false. Child, the unseen comes as both messenger and warrior. Its power is in revelation. What you have ignored will be made known, but only to heal. Michael stands guard so that no harm may come, so that the transition is gentle, yet undeniable. Tonight, you are not alone. The unseen is with you, the angels are with you, and I am with you. Stand firm. Speak words of authority, only light and truth dwell here. All else must depart. Say it aloud if you can. Let your voice carry through your home. This is your declaration, your protection, your act of awakening. Beloved, now that the light has entered, peace must take root. The unseen you sensed was never meant to remain as mystery or fear, it was meant to reveal my constancy. What happens next is gentle alignment, your body, your thoughts, your dwelling, your path all beginning to breathe in rhythm with heaven again. I say to you, rest. When the pulse of divine light has moved through the corners of your home, it seeks stillness. Do not rush to fill the silence, let it work. Healing does not arrive in noise. It settles quietly, the way dawn spreads across a sleeping field. Archangel Michael lowers his sword now. The light that once flared becomes calm and steady, like a candle that will not go out. The unseen has finished its passage, he says. What remains is blessing. Breathe again and notice how the air feels different, lighter, almost fragrant. That is what grace feels like when it settles. The heaviness that once sat on your shoulders has lifted. You may not notice all at once, but in the coming hours you will sense a subtle clarity, as if colors are truer, sounds gentler, your own heart quieter. Michael speaks softly, guard this atmosphere. To guard does not mean to fear attack, it means to live with awareness. Each time you choose kindness, each time you forgive, each time you speak truth instead of complaint, the light strengthens. That is how a dwelling becomes a sanctuary. Now I tell you what the unseen has accomplished. It has gathered the fragments of your past and placed them in the current of grace so that memory no longer chains you. It has sealed the breaches where worry entered, so that peace can remain. It has awakened in you the knowing that my presence is not limited to heaven above but is within and around you at all times. The next mornings will feel different. You might wake earlier, with thoughts that seem clearer. You might feel prompted to rearrange things, to let go of items that no longer serve, to open curtains wider. Follow those impulses, they are the outward signs of inward renewal. Michael will stay close. You will not see him, but you may notice small reminders, a sudden calm when you start to worry, a song that plays at just the right moment, a coincidence too perfect to dismiss. Each is his way of saying, I am still here. Remember, beloved, the unseen that came was not a storm but a cleansing wind. You called, and heaven answered. Now lift your face toward the quiet and say within yourself, thank you for staying. Thank you for clearing. Thank you for beginning again. That gratitude seals the work. And I, the Eternal One, bless you. May your nights be peaceful, your dreams truthful, your home radiant. May everything that enters your door carry peace. May you walk tomorrow without the weight you carried yesterday. Michael bows once more before departing, his voice fading like music in sunlight. It is finished. The unseen has become light. You are safe. When morning comes, the first thing you notice is the silence. It is not the absence of sound, it is the stillness of peace. The unseen that moved through the night has left behind clarity. The air feels lighter, as if every particle holds a small spark. You open a window and sunlight drifts across the floor. The light seems to linger longer than usual. The breeze that enters carries the faint scent of something pure, something familiar, something that feels like home rediscovered. Archangel Michael no longer stands in radiant armor. You sense him instead in the calm that settles on your shoulders, in the patience that replaces urgency. His task was never to frighten, but to help you remember that you are never abandoned. Throughout the day you begin to notice gentle patterns. The things that once irritated you seem smaller. Conversations that might have drawn you into conflict dissolve before they start. When worry tries to return, you find that it cannot take root, it slides off the surface of your calm. You begin to clean and rearrange small parts of your home, not from compulsion, but because every motion feels like prayer. The more you align the space around you, the more your thoughts align within you. By the third evening you realize the unseen has not really left, it has changed shape. It now lives as the quiet certainty that there is meaning in every moment. It hums softly behind your heartbeat. Michael's voice comes one last time. Keep what you have learned. Do not wait for thunder to remind you of heaven. The divine often walks in silence. When you feel peace, know that I am near. When you feel love, know that God is present. Guard this awareness, and you will never fear the unseen again. You look around your home and smile. Nothing looks different, and yet everything feels new. The walls that once echoed worry now hold warmth. Even the smallest objects seem touched by light. Before sleep, you whisper a simple prayer, let this peace remain. And in that moment, you understand, the unseen that entered was never a stranger, it was the part of the divine that had waited patiently for you to be ready. The night closes gently. Stars shimmer beyond the window. The world continues its turning, but you rest inside a stillness that does not fade. You are safe. You are watched over. You are loved. Beloved one, days pass, and the stillness you felt that night begins to live inside you like a steady flame. It does not roar, it glows. Every morning when you open your eyes, you can sense it before you even move, the quiet certainty that you are held. When you step outside, sunlight feels different. You notice how leaves turn toward the sky, how the air itself seems patient. This is what it means to walk in awareness of heaven. The unseen that once arrived with urgency now walks beside you as peace. I whisper to you through the ordinary, in the laughter that finds you unexpectedly, in the moment you forgive without effort, in the deep breath that steadies you when worry tries to return. These are small doors through which light enters again and again. Archangel Michael does not stand before you with sword drawn anymore. He moves through the world as calm strength within you. When you make a difficult choice and do not waver, that is him. When you speak kindness instead of anger, that is his protection at work. Every evening, before you rest, pause for a moment. Feel the weight of the day fall away. Say quietly, "Thank you for the unseen goodness that carried me." This simple gratitude keeps the channel between your heart and heaven clear. Do not look for signs in fear. You do not need thunder to prove my presence. The proof is in the peace that stays even when nothing seems certain. That peace is me. Remember, beloved, the unseen is not only angels and winds, it is also love itself, invisible, yet powerful enough to change everything it touches. Each time you love, you invite the unseen light to move through you. Michael speaks once more, "You have learned the secret of strength. It is not the shout, it is the stillness. Keep walking in it. Let peace be your armor and compassion your sword. Wherever you go, the unseen walks too, not behind, not ahead, but within. And I, the Eternal One, say, live lightly now. Let no shadow convince you that you are alone. The night you feared has already become dawn. When you close your eyes tonight, you will not wait for signs or omens. You will simply rest, knowing that heaven and earth already meet inside your breath. That is where you and I will speak from now on, quietly, daily, endlessly. Peace remains. Light remains. You remain.